Hello everybody, it is I, Sarah Frost, Library Director at Willamina Public Library, coming to you from home with my very special guest today. This is my daughter Grace. You want to say hi?
Hi!
And what's super special is we get to share with you today one of her favorite books that she would like to recommend for you. So Grace, what are we going to read today?
Brave enough for two.
Brave Enough for Two. This is one of Grace's favorite books. Grace, can you tell us why this is one of your favorite books?
I'm going out until my best friend owl until an owl.
Your best friend is an owl. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Do you remember, Grace, what the sign is for the word friend? Good job, friend. And tell me, is your friend Owla brave?
Baby boy, I'm not tired.
She's scared of nothing. Can you show us the sign for the word brave? Ooh, we're brave. Yes, thank you, Grace, so much. So before we read this very special book, I would like to thank Jonathan Voss for giving me permission via Twitter to read this very special book. You can follow him on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and he also has a website, jonathandvoss.com. Also, thank you to Macmillan Publishing for letting teachers and librarians read during this time when we are doing story times over the internet. So let's get started. Are you ready to hear the book, Grace? Brave Enough for Two. A Hoot and Olive Story by Jonathan D. Voss. Hoot was Olive's very best friend in the whole wide world. But as you know, best friends don't always like the same things. Take, for example, adventures. Olive preferred the kind found in books. Hoot, on the other hand, well, he preferred something a little different. One day, Hoot said, "I've made something special for you, but it could be a small bit scary and a slightly bigger bit adventurous." "You know, I don't like adventures," said Olive. "I'm not brave like you." "Don't worry," said Hoot. "I will be brave enough for both of us." "Oh, it's very nice," said Olive. "Does it go high?" "A little," said Hoot, climbing into the basket, "but not too high." Olive followed after. Up they rose, over rooftops and treetops, till the ground looked like a giant patchwork quilt passing beneath them. "What do you think?" asked Hoot. "I think this is what it's like to be a cloud," said Olive. "But we've gone way more than a little high." Just then, a drop of water landed on her nose. The clouds darkened and thunder cracked with a flash of light. Ooh, giant drops poured from the sky. The wind swirled. The basket rocked. What if the wind blows us far away and we get lost?" cried Olive. Hoot squeezed her hand. "We can never be lost," he said. So long as I'm here and you're there, and here and there aren't very far apart. All of a sudden, the sun poked through the clouds. The wind calmed. Look, said Hoot, a rainbow. Olive smiled. Hoot untied the balloons one by one. Lower and lower, the basket dropped till it scraped the ground and toppled over. The pair rolled out head over bottom into a patch of grass. We made it, said Olive in a surprised sort of way. What should we do now? Of course we made it, said Hoot, and now I have another idea. Hoot pushed the basket into a nearby river. I've never been in a boat before, said Olive. Then it will be the first time for both of us, said Hoot. Will it go fast? Asked Olive. Maybe just a little, said Hoot, tying a flag to their new ship's mast. Look at that. Looks like they're about to go on another adventure. The boat bobbed up and spun like a carnival ride. What do you think? Asked Hoot. I think we are going faster than just a little, said Olive. Down the river they sped till it became a bubbling cauldron of rocks and waves. We're going way too fast, cried Olive. Hoot paddled with all his might. Don't be afraid, he said. I'll keep you safe. And he did. But on the shore, Hoot stood silent. What's the matter? Asked Olive. Hoot picked up a piece of his stuffing. I'm not feeling all that well. Olive paused, but only for a moment. Then she said, Don't worry, Hoot. I'll lead the way home. I will be brave enough for both of us. Hoot followed her every step. It will be dark soon, he said. If it gets dark, we might get lost. Hoot, said Olive in a kind way. So long as I'm here, and you're there, and here and there aren't very far apart, we can never be lost. Just as the sun began to set, a familiar sight appeared. Home, said Olive and Hoot together. That night, Hoot got a patch for bravery, said Olive, and tomorrow, how about I choose the adventure? Hoot smiled. I was afraid today, he said, when my stuffing came out, but you were brave, and you kept me safe. Don't ever be afraid, Olive whispered. I'll always keep you safe. And she did. And that is one of Grace's favorite stories. So We are really glad that we got to share that with you. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. This book is from our home collection, Grace's collection, but you can also get this book from the library system once we are moving material again. And there is a follow-up book to this. It's called Imagine That. It is also a Hoot and Olive story. So we hope you enjoyed the book, and we will see you all again very soon. Say bye.
Bye. I love you, everyone.